welcome everyone to our carol sing. I was trying to figure out how many years we've done this in a row. I don't remember. I found the list of carols as far back as 2015, but we might have been doing it longer. So you guys all get gold stars for coming out on a miserable rainy night. We're very happy to have you all with us. When we were planning this, we always sit down and we have, more carols than we can fit into an hour. So it's always a debate, what should we do this year? Which ones do we want to do again? Which ones should we leave for this year and come back to another one? And then Liz found a meme on the internet. And it makes anybody who's ever been in a choir or an orchestra that's played carols laugh, because it's a list of the sorts of things you say when you're picking them. So I know it's a little hard to read, but so for example, number 1 is the absolute banger. So you have to start with the absolute banger, whatever it is. It might be Joy to the World, it might be O Come All Ye Faithful, it might be whatever. But then number 2, the traditional obligation. You have to have that one traditional one, or people will complain. Number 3 is, this is modern, and everyone will hate it. Just to show that you're up to date, you do something modern. Number 4 is, oh God, not this one again. That's how I feel about a certain one that we are not doing this year.
And don't ask for it.
No, don't ask for it, because I'm going to say no. Number 5 is a half-decent new piece composed by someone who knows the choir. And actually, we have done that. We've had some good pieces composed by someone who knows the choir. Number 6 is Please Kill Me Now, so I don't have to sing this. That would probably, in my mind, be the 12 Days of Christmas. Just saying.
Not forever.
Which we are not doing. Then, of course, there's number 7, something with angels in the title. I mean, if you're doing Christmas carols, you have to have one with angels in the title. Then there's number 8, one that Classic FM featured this year, which, of course, everybody would be asking for. Now, not everybody's going to know what they mean by number 9. Number 9 says John Rutter. John Rutter has an absolutely amazing catalog of Christmas songs, and they're all way too hard for us. All of them. I have sung them, but yeah, they're very challenging. I have a fabulous CD of John Rutter songs, but no, not happening with me. Number 10, a Wilcox descant. That's one of those descants when you hear someone singing, you go, oh, I know that, and it's super fun. You have to have at least, I think we have one descant in here somewhere, don't we, Liz? Yes, thanks to Liz. And then, of course, Hark the Herald. Gotta have Hark the Herald. It's not Christmas without Hark the Herald. So when we saw this, it was just like, yeah, we can totally identify with the conversation that led to this list. So we're going to start off with, oh, guess what? A banger. Oh, Come All Ye Faithful. I'm singing, I can almost hear you over the repertoire, almost. So our second carol is The First Noel. So here's the one with angels in the title. Angels we have heard on high.
Angels we heard on high.
Good job, you're getting warmed up, you're sounding better and better all the time. So, I hope you've had a little time to think about a Christmas surprise you had, a pleasant surprise we hope. I can remember years ago, my husband and I, this was before Kid, were heading to Niagara Falls, and if you know the escarpment, you know that you have different sort of eco weather systems depending where you are on the escarpment. Now going from here down into Burlington, generally not too bad, but as soon as you get to St. Catharines and head back up the escarpment to Niagara Falls, all bets are off. So we're going along, we're thinking, this is great, there's a little bit of snow on the ground, but you can see the grass through, you know, it's a little gray, but it's all good, it's all good. Keep going, keep going. We get to St. Catharines, we're thinking, oh, it's all right, it's all right. Go up over the sky, we come down the other side, and we're in a blizzard and the highway's closed. And there are the police waving us off. So we follow everybody else, and my husband's saying to me, where are we? And I'm going, I don't know. You know, when I was living in Niagara Falls, I got my license when I was 17, left when I was 18, hardly ever had the use of the car, really didn't know anything except my own little area, and we were down somewhere, so I said, just follow somebody. So we followed somebody, and suddenly I realized, we're in St. David's, I know where we are. So we had two surprises, one, the blizzard that came out of nowhere, and the other one that I was able to get us where we were going. So if anybody has a surprise they'd like to share, I'm going to get Heather to take the mic, and she'll bring it to you.
When my sister and I were very, very young, I don't remember now, we'd be under the age of 10, and we begged and begged for a record player, and my parents gave every excuse in the world for why we did not need one of those things. And I don't remember if the stores were open on Christmas Eve or not, but we were already in bed, and all of a sudden we heard this noise downstairs, and it was my dad, and he was going, ho, 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 Santa Claus has been here. And the first thing we heard was a record on the record player. So we kind of knew what the surprise was going to be before we got up in the morning. And the record was Alvin the Chipmunk. I think I've still got it somewhere. That was a big surprise.
Any other surprises for us? Oh, Roz has one.
Probably told this story before, but it was Chris's 50th birthday, and as Chris will always tell you, his birthday, he gets a present for Christmas on his birthday, because his birthday is December the 12th. So that's why I'm telling this story, because really it's a Christmas story.
And everybody knows that when you get a combined present, the sum of the parts is not equal to the two original parts.
That's it.
Never know.
Anyway, so for Chris's 50th birthday, our kids were just old enough for me to be able to tell them that for his birthday we were going to go to see the Grand Canyon. And so they were absolutely bursting to tell him the surprise, because Chris is terrible about trying to winkle surprises out of you. So he wanted to know, he knew he was going on a trip but didn't know what to wear. Should he pack his swim trunks? Should he pack sunscreen, a hat? And we're like winding him up, telling him, oh, well, you know, of course it's going to be somewhere hot, you're going to be lying on a beach somewhere. So when we got to Pearson, and we're trying to stand in the way so he can't see the Las Vegas plane, even then I think he didn't realize quite where he was going, but it was the kids, the look on their faces, because they've managed to keep this surprise for so long. It was fantastic. So we did have a wonderful holiday, and we came back in time for Christmas.
So we always like to add a little something in where you get a chance to take a break from all your hard work of singing. And this year we have an arrangement for us, arranged by Chris and Heather, of Carol of the Bells. is one that you don't hear all that often, but it is really, really beautiful. So, and it's a favorite of Chris's, so we put it in. Good job. I wasn't sure how much sound we'd get from you on that one, but it was beautiful. So then we have God Rest You Merry Gentlemen, and I was just reading now, I can't even remember where, how many people, when they see this one, put in punctuation where it shouldn't be, and obviously I forgot punctuation, but it's actually God Rest You Merry Gentlemen. Quite often people think it's God Rest You Merry Gentlemen, but it's God Rest You Merry Gentlemen, as in God keep you happy, safe, secure, gentlemen. So it's a very old way of putting it, but sometimes we get it confused when we think about the way we do things now.
And I'm not playing on this one because I can't play it. It's got too many flats and it's too fast and I just can't do it.
To save us all from Satan's power.
You always do a good job. And this year we decided to put in one I don't think we've done any of the other years, just for fun, up on the house top. And we will be doing that little hold near the end, so if you just wait for it, you'll be fine. So if you've had a little time to think, we've got a moment to think about Christmas surprises again. Hopefully somebody has one they can share with us.
So when the kids got older, Etienne must have been about 16 and Heidi just 14, we decided we wanted to go on a family vacation in the summer, and we told the kids that we would reveal the destination at Christmas. So Eric and I had been doing some thinking basically all year round, and they kept putting their pitch forward. I kept saying Japan, Japan, and we're like, there's no way, we can't afford going to Japan. Have you seen the ticket prices? And so we were talking about other destinations, but they didn't know. And it happened that Air Canada had a giant seat sale for trips to Japan, direct flights. So Eric and I said, why not? We'll just blow their minds. And so for Christmas, we gave them each a little box, and inside the box, in one was a white piece of paper, and in the other box, there was just a red circle. And they opened them, and they kind of looked at their gift because they opened it simultaneously, and then we just said, and when you put it together, it gives you, and then they freaked out. It was to this day the best memory ever, and we had a fantastic trip afterwards.
So many years ago, Chris's Auntie Mary decided she would come and spend Christmas with us. She was coming from Lancashire, England. She wasn't a world traveler, so this was a really big deal. But what she hoped for more than anything that there would be a white Christmas, because that never happened in our neck of the woods. And so we guaranteed that would absolutely happen, because it always does in Canada. So there wasn't a sign of a snowflake. It was really rainy and wet and dark, and so she could have stayed home for that. Anyway, on Christmas Eve, we all went to bed, and we felt badly for Auntie Mary. And then during the night, there was one of those amazing snowfalls. And we got up in the morning, and there was this beautiful winter wonderland outside. She couldn't believe it, actually, neither could we. But she was the only one that kept bursting into tears every time she looked out of the window.
34 years ago, coming up December 24th, our son Adam was born. But I can't say it was a surprise, because it was actually his due date.
As many of you will know, my dear husband loved music. And it wasn't long after I first met him that I thought, there's no piano John can pass without playing it. It doesn't matter how little it was played. That's happened in airports, in homes around the area, etc. At Christmas, not too long ago, maybe 7 or 8 years ago, maybe 9 or 10, I don't know. Christmas morning, John was very definite that I had to go downstairs with my eyes closed. And when I got downstairs and into the living room, I was able to open them, and there in the middle of the living room floor was a little electronic piano. It was supposed to be, I shouldn't say supposed to be, it was my Christmas present. Guess who found it, got it home, stored it, and I never knew.
Well, this isn't really a Christmas surprise, it's just a surprise piece of information for you. So, I'm called Christopher because my birthday was close to Christmas. My father was a carpenter, but my mum used to assure me that that's where the comparison ended.
So before we go on, I want to say thank you to everyone who contributed to tonight, all the members of the ensemble. To make an ensemble like this work, because we are a rather different collection of instruments, there's a lot of work that goes on behind the scenes where Heather rewrites stuff and Liz does things with the music and Chris does as well. So we really appreciate that, otherwise it wouldn't work nearly as well as it does. I also want to say thank you to Kay and Marcia, who have got tea and coffee and apple cider going in Day Fellowship Hall for us, to all the people who baked and brought goodies for us to share. And I would like to say that when you do go out into the hall, we're asking for freewill cash donations to go towards the food bank. My understanding from the outreach committee is that they get grocery store gift cards for people to receive at Christmas so they can buy what they want to eat for Christmas dinner. And if there are children in the family, there's also gift cards for Walmart to go and buy the gifts. And apparently this year, there are twice as many people on the list as last year. So that's why we decided to turn this into a little bit of a fundraiser as well, to help as many people as possible receive what they need this Christmas. And so please think about that when you're out enjoying all these, I looked at the treats, my gosh, they look good. So we're going to carry on with another number just from us, Let It Snow. next we have What Child Is This? One of those really, really old tunes. It's a little tricky to sing, but of course we all know how beautiful it is. We don't necessarily have a theme each year, but this one I noticed we've kind of been going for sort of the really old, beautiful ones mixed in with a couple of newer ones. So this is another old and beautiful one.
Running of the
We always have a good chat when we're choosing carols, and everybody gets to pick at least one or two. And this one happens to be my personal favorite. And I don't know why, but it's just one of those ones that really makes you get into the spirit. Well done. As a choir director, you know, one of those things I hate is when people slide up to the high notes. You did it beautifully. It was lovely. Good job. So one last carol, Joy to the World, and we'll try and move it along at a good pace and really have you give it all you've got.
Come, nature
very much, everybody, for coming out on such a miserable night. You did an excellent job of singing. It would have been very sad without you. Please join us at Day Fellowship Hall for some nice hot drinks and some lovely cookies.